No. Stressed out. Mhm. No. Wow. Mm. That's not bueno. Mhm. She's on fire. Mm. Mhm. What? Mhm. Good morning, everybody. Mhm. Well, hey man, you over here having a mental health conversation. I'm not gonna shut your mental health conversation down so I can talk on YouTube. I'm gonna listen to my friend. Man, you got something to talk about that you got to get off your chest before you go in there. That's more important than anything. Because at the end of the day, that's some shit that I'm always talk about on my channel anyway too. Is our mental health and how mental health is wealth. So continue on with what you're saying. I just had to say something because as you was talking about anxiety, I was getting anxiety because you was talking about anxiety. But again, there's a lot of people dealing with anxiety. From niggas like the Cowboys kicker to I guess you. You feel me? Shout out to my little baby boy that we finna learn about this morning. Good morning to the people. How we feeling? Mm-hmm. But not laughing. Uh huh. Yeah, no, the Cowboys down bad out here. We gonna get to the Cowboys. All right, Coach Soto. Since you talking about the Cowboys, how is traffic out there in LA this morning? What's popping? What the road looking like? It is orange. It's orange. Okay, it's orange traffic. That means you got to leave the house about 5 minutes early, which we know don't nobody in LA leave the house 5 minutes early. Was it a lot of traffic? That's orange on the street or orange on the freeway? Orange on the freeway. But the good thing is that there's hardly any red except for if you're trying to go to the 110 North. That shit red. Okay, 110 North. Looking crazy. Or 110 North looking good?
Oh, that shit looking crazy.
Okay, 110 North is indeed looking crazy. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, that means leave the house early. For those of y'all that don't leave the house early, that means send a text. For those of y'all that don't send a text, they probably gonna write your ass up. But that's none of my business. Oh my lord.
We tried to warn you.
We tried to warn you. Not for real. That's crazy that you brought up the Cowboys because it's a lot of shit going on. Oh my gosh. First of all right. So I read this on BBC News. The people had to find out about this. This right here say a 4-year-old boy has been accepted into British youngest Mensa member after teaching himself to read as a toddler. Imagine leaving your house. The whole thing I've been thinking about is imagine leaving your house in the morning and you come back and you just hear your kid in there reading and talking and shit. I'd be nervous as fuck, like, cause if you feel like I feel like you can't lie to your kid now. I feel like at the same time, like, I would be worried my kid is gonna be smarter than me. No cap. Would you be worried about that? Would y'all be worried about that? Like, I'm gonna be worried my kid is smarter than me. No. You said that's how you man.
No, bro. I would literally just sit around reading the dictionary. It was really weird.
As a toddler?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, before I think I started school, I would copy the dictionary and I would read it.
What? Wait, what? Somebody told you to do that or you just did it on your own?
No, my dad would make my brother sit on the table to learn his multiplication chart, and since he was like doing that, I was like, I think I can copy words, and then I started doing the dictionary.
And you copied the whole dictionary or half of it?
I don't remember. I just remember copying page by page and reading it and all of that.
That's crazy than the motherfucker. Okay. What? Well, this little boy can count to 100 in 6 non-native languages. Oh my God, including Mandarin. Damn. They said he's starting to figure out that his friends can't read yet. He doesn't know why. But it's very important for us to keep him grounded. Oh, this little nigga's gonna be a super villain.
Imagine trying to start a book club with your friends.
And can't none of these niggas read.
What the fuck is a book?
He like, man, come on, y'all. He like, here y'all go. They biting the book and shit. He like, man, open the page 1. Oh, yeah, no. He be in there ready to fuck these little niggas up. That's crazy. What? He hard for that. Yeah, no, he's definitely on the super. All the governments got him on the super villain beware list for sure. Can't not. How could you not? How could you not be worried this little nigga gonna turn into a super villain if you don't keep him humble? That's crazy. Okay.
That's Megamind, baby.
Little baby Megamind for real though. That is insanity. Okay. I'm gonna talk to you in a little bit. I'm gonna call you back in a little bit when I get off.
Yeah, I was about to say bye.
Bye. Okay. Now let's get into it. That was our morning traffic update for Los Angeles traffic and a brief appearance from Coach Soto. So next, see what we're gonna do next. Let's do some more worldwide news. This shit was crazy too. Okay, let's go with that. I don't know what it is they discovered, but we're gonna see at least what this shit is though. I sent this motherfucker. I don't even know who I sent this shit to. I just was hitting that bitch and pasting it. You could put timestamps too. Okay. Well, this is one way to make a major scientific discovery. Is the caption. It says, penguin poop spotted from space leads to incredible discovery. Scientists have discovered a brand new colony of emperor penguins in Antarctica thanks to their poop, which could be seen from space. What's up, honey? You good? What you need? It's 8:23. You want to go outside a little bit? Okay, 1 second. The colony at Vergler Point West Antarctica is home to around 500 birds, and until now, experts weren't aware of their existence. Great. Now, y'all, because y'all seen some shit, y'all gonna find a reason to go clean something up and go make something better that they ain't need none of y'all help with. But the emperor penguins are in danger. Tap the link and find out why. Oh, wow, you can see a few of the comments. That's interesting. Okay, so this is the bathroom. This is the penguin bathroom. So they discovered the penguin bathroom and now they're intrigued. That's interesting. Okay. That's cool. Penguins are cool. Right? We fuck with penguins. Emperor penguins? What do emperor penguins do? I never really I never really, you feel me, been into penguins like that. I fuck with them, but, I don't know too much about them. Honey is like literally like a child. Ooh, I don't know how to spell. Dang, I don't know how to spell. There we go. Peror. There we go. Yay. Okay. It's these kinds. See, that's what I was finna say. I do know that they swim fast, but I guess they speed launch. Honey, we got a lot going on over here now. Come on, get from out of here. Get from out of this corner. What are you doing? Like actually. Like, what are you actually doing? What's going on? What are we doing? You feel me? Oh, that's a little psycho looking. I want to see that. Mysterious giant Congo snake. But I'm looking for emperor penguins. They do that. They do this, right? So they found him in Ball Nicklin. Oh, I follow him on Instagram. His shit is hard. Okay. So they out here rocking out. Okay. Okay. Oh, that shit look cold. He said, "What, boy? They going in that cold ass water? No, sir. It's not a chance in here." Okay. Yeah. See, look at that. So they like it's like they really like they arms and their legs are really like oh shit. Their arms and their legs are really like the swimming flippers like they got on, but they can swim way faster. That's what I'm saying. How do they swim so fast? Is it because it's connected through their whole skeleton? But they be moving. That's what the water sound like. You already know. That's crazy. They just fly babies out there. What the fuck? Look, come on, what? They got gas. These little niggas is in here flying. Huh? What's poppin'? People. Look, hold on. That's come on. This is them speed launching. So this, I guess, when they gotta go to the bathroom to go make them piles, them brown piles, is when this shit happens. And that's it with that. That's very interesting. So anything will do that. Kind of random. This was some crazy shit that I heard too. Hold on, do we got any other regular everyday news? I want to try and keep it balanced just a little bit. Because I feel like that's cool. Because again, I really do be like seeing interesting ass shit and I be thinking interesting stuff about it. But, okay, we're going to do international news. The way that this is going to tail off is probably going to be a little prejudiced seeming. But it's not, though. It's just the way I feel like I would tell them to read the news if it was my son. Which it is. Um, well, let's get into something else. Now, this is something I didn't even know because I don't be paying no attention to no shit like this. I don't really think shit like this is important. But then somehow some people manage to make shit like this important. And I guess when you talk about it, it's doing the same. But this is just so odd to me. So this says M&M's replaces the spokes candy with comedian Maya Rudolph. candy company M&M's has indefinitely paused their spokes candies following a backlash over some of their cartoon characters. I guess this is similar to like how on Velma all the characters is like all kinds of different shit now. Shaggy Black and Velma this and all this other shit. Um, that shit is crazy to me. I really don't really understand it, and I really don't get why it's like that. But it's like that for real. It's weird to me. I feel like a grumpy old head. Like I sat down on Sunday, this past Sunday before the games came on, and I watched Velma for a little bit, especially because I'm a Scooby Doo fan. Um, and where it was like I'm adult, so I get what they trying to do, and that made me laugh in a way more because it was like, oh god, this is crazy as fuck. Like I'm old. This is some bullshit. What did they just say? Like I can't be led to believe that it's people my age is writing this shit and doing this shit. I can't believe, and if that's the case, that's crazy. That it's a group of people like in my age range that grew up watching Scooby Doo, also growing up in the world that we grew up in, and that's what they did with that shit. It's just so goofy and so corny. But at the end of the day, like I guess we just goofy and corny. But within this as well, like I don't even get how you could have an issue with the M&Ms, but I guess maybe this is about a rebrand of a rebrand. But it's like, bro, the M&Ms always just been the M&Ms. Like you feel me? They don't got no. They just they do what they do. They run around and try not to get AIDS. They do exist. Santa Claus falling out in Christmas time. Super Bowl. They running. They doing some extravagant shit. Like we should have been had an Eminem movie. I don't know what's going on with that, but we ain't. That's not none of my business. But within that, I don't understand how the Eminems it's like problems or whatever. They got the girl green Eminem. She hot. You feel me? Am I wrong for that? Anyway, it says last year's Eminem rebrand. Last year, excuse me. Eminem's rebranded his cartoon characters to be more inclusive, but this wasn't to everyone's liking. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Candies are getting updated. An updated tone of voice that is more inclusive, welcoming, and unifying. Okay. So this all the M&Ms that's in the bag. Eminem's famous talking candies is getting a makeover. Mars Incorporated announced. Okay, that's Mars Candies, I guess. Both their personalities and looks are getting tweaked according to the statement. Okay, so the red, bro, what? This just say the red M&M toning down the bossiness, while the green M&M has traded in her much debated white go-to boots for a set of sneakers and newfound focus on confidence. The brand also plans to shine more spotlight on her friendship with the brown M&M, whose heels have been lowered from stilettos to more sensible kitten heels in the name of professionalism. Nigga, what? Meanwhile, anxiety, my bad, I'm leaning all out the camera. Meanwhile, anxiety riddled Orange has also got a new pair of shoes with shoelaces tied, which is apparently part of a new goal to enhance his true self worries and all as one of the most relatable characters with Gen Z. See, that's what I'm saying. It made me pause because I guess maybe I'm an old head. And granted, I be about my feelings. I got plenty to whine and complain and cry about. I speak plenty about what's on my mind and how I feel. But damn, what? This is crazy. Like, it's M&M's. It's one of all of us. This is Eminem. It's a boy Eminem, girl Eminem. You don't know what's is it a boy Eminem? Is it girl Eminem? It's a feminine Eminem and masculine Eminem. How about that? And everything in between. They got this is some shit. They ain't even talk about that. See? Oh wait, here we go. Right underneath that. That's crazy. Um, the overall aim for the revamp is an updated tone of voice that is more inclusive, welcoming, and unifying while remaining rooted in our signature gesture, wit, and humor, with more focus placed on the individual characters' personalities rather than their genders. As one of the most iconic candy brands, we who better to commit, okay, to unifying people and bringing people together, essentially increasing a sense of belonging, and that's crazy. So this is what the old M&Ms look like. Okay, here we go. So basically, they just all got on shoes now, except for the brown M&M. She don't got on her high heels no more, and she darker now. Okay. So after that, because you know everybody got some um, to say, now it's switched, right? So they out of here. Eminem's iconic mascots are getting an updated look, and the personalities and backstories to align with the fact. Okay, we talked about this already. Yo, what? Yeah, what? I don't know. I fuck with the old Eminems. I feel like it was more inclusive. I feel like it's. I don't know. I guess they saying girls wear sneakers and was. I don't know. This is see. I shouldn't have put this on here. This messed my head up. Uh oh. Tucker Carlson has something to say. Fox News presenter Tucker Carlson criticized the lack of eye candy in Eminem's rebrand, saying the female spokes candies now look less sexy and accusing one character of being obese. How? How is that? Would somebody find to say? Like, not even did this, because again, like, whatever. But what? What's wrong with fat people, Tucker? Your auntie fat. That's whack. Now it's just Maya Rudolph to cut the face of Eminem. Which I fuck with Maya Rudolph, but dang. She's cool, but. Oh, was she the green Eminem before? I don't know, but that's the new face of Eminem. Let's give her a really good picture of her. There we go. That's not that crazy. Picture not that crazy. There's her. There we go. That's the face of Eminem's. The new face of Eminem's. The new face of Eminem's. Okay, let's see. Alrighty. Next topic. What we got next? Okay, I saw this. You know, I slid through the shade room looking for some stuff to post to. They wasn't too much on there. This was crazy to me. Like everybody going in on Frank. They said Frank had a whole outside child, was trying to act like he was father of the year. This is a few comments. He was a good TV dad. The show was a good example of how single dads might want you to conduct yourself. Okay, I like that. Let me see what other comments is on here. I'm gonna read some of the comments off of this. Uh, I wouldn't say he was the worst. He had his days. He just lacked the ability to communicate with his daughter, which made her move out so many times. Strict parents will have a kid who rebels against them. Frank was annoying as fuck, but he wasn't a horrible father. He just wanted the best for fast ass Moesha. He was actually annoying as fuck and not the funny man from the family. Matter, he was too corny. Oh, that's fucked up. Episode when she got okay, we read that already. He was a hater. First of all, Uncle Frank was a good dad. He tried his best. He was too flawed, but a real dad. Side kids and all. That's why D left his ass. She didn't. She knew she deserved better anyway. He did best, and he took care of Hakeem. Okay, I love Frank. He was a single dad with two kids and a new wife who happened to be his daughter's principal. Like what? That's so random. It's true, but that's so random. He did the best with keeping a good relationship as a father and a friend to Mo. Kept a good balance. She respected him enough to be sneaky as hell and got caught every time because he cared. Y'all ain't have a good father or something because whatever. What the hell? Damn, man, what the call out? Will Smith's biological dad in Fresh Prince always looked like he just got from under a car. That alone does it for me. Okay, he's saying that's the worst TV dad. I'm like, damn, what the nigga Will Smith dad on Fresh Prince? Yeah, that nigga did suck. He had his flaws like everyone else, but the worst is a huge stress. You can't associate the word worst with any man that is in the home and actively caring for the kids. Child, please put some respect on Franklin Mitchell's name. Whoa! First of all, I didn't. Oh, Moesha Mitchell. Okay, that is Franklin. Uh, yeah, you know, it's some of these is getting real personal. Didn't 50 kill his son in Power? Oh, um, you knew he had a he was bad at decision making on his hairstyle. How you go to the barber and say, "Let's let me get the fade, bro"? Hey, niggas is cold. He had his flaws, but to say the worst is wild. No, that's Charles on BMF. Charles, oh, the right under the comments back to back. Charles from BMF needs a word with y'all. That's funny as fuck. So y'all forgetting Lou, Will's dad from Fresh Prince? Oh, okay, they going in now. Nah, Frank was dope. Mo was just fast, respectfully, because he structured. He had structure in his household. Black folk don't like structure now. Oh my God. Every dad was present in the home. Let's applaud that. We never get the men enough credit. None of us are perfect parents. Okay, that was a little personal. Oh my God. Hold on. Mother Luther King, she cut a motherfucking promo in these comments. Hold on. Oh my God. Hold on. I gotta get this. This is crazy. This is funny as fuck. Why is her Instagram? Why is her shit Mother Luther King though? Oh, am I not on? Oh, I've been on for 6 minutes. This is weak. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck going on. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is hard. I kept saying this yesterday. This should be a bitch trying to operate this shit all by myself. I ain't gonna cap because. Okay, here we go. I be trying to figure out how to do this shit. Hold on, I'm finna read this comment, but I want to get a screen recording of this. No cap. What is that? Why is my phone doing this? What is this? Is that Netflix? Okay, yeah, you see, you feel me? This when shit start to get kind of crazy. You sitting up here trying to keep shit flowing and going. I'm trying to do a lot. It's a lot going on. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, we gonna turn that down and get to this motherfucking comment. Okay, as we seen, they clearly own Mr. Mitchell head right now. This lady's right here, Mother Luther King. She said he cheated on his wife, had an outside baby, did not raise or take care of that outside baby. This number 4. I just want y'all to see how long this is. Just a little bit. That's a lot. This is a eulogy. Number 4. He lied to his wife who died and then lied to his new wife about it. Damn, he made Moesha be his fill-in wife after their mom died. Damn. Episode 1, she was ironing clothes, doing laundry, cleaning the house, getting Miles ready for school, making a breakfast, lunches, and dinner, all while trying to take care of her own self as a teenager who was also in school. I mean, teenagers tend to be in school. You right. He moves D in and then washes his hands of the kids and places their raising all on her. Then D has to explain to Mo that the role she had in the family was inappropriate for a child. 7. Moesha was beyond disrespectful and Frank never checked it. 8. He was lazy as hell and a terrible husband. He and D worked the same hours. Sometimes she would get in after him and then he would tell her to clean up the house and his children wrecked it. Lord Jesus. And she had to make dinner. Like, no reciprocity. And considering their job, she was bringing in just as much money as he was. I don't, I don't know about that. I don't, I don't know about that last part. Didn't, 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 uh, didn't Mr. Mitchell have a car lot? I feel like if I'm not mistaken, Moesha dad for sure had a car lot. Like I for sure feel like a car lot salesman make more money than the teacher. I mean, she the principal, but maybe she getting the bag. This make you go into the comments. The first nigga in the comments say it's a scripted show. Y'all weird. Oh, this nigga Charles from BMF must be terrible. We gonna have to do a look into this nigga history. Okay, I'm for sure finna move on from this, but that's funny as fuck. I didn't think I didn't think he was that bad. I just thought he was just kind of one of the best for his kids and shit like that. Granted, Moesha used to be on some shit, but Frank wasn't the best nigga ever. I'm not saying he was the best nigga in the world, but damn, they went in on my boy Frank. That's what we want to look at next. This is okay. These next things was pretty interesting too because, like, you ever just look up and you just read some interesting shit. Okay, we gonna go to this one first. You feel me? Because we are definitely in the age and generation of global warming, which is pretty crazy. I don't know if this is a part of that or not, but China's northernmost city has recorded the coldest temperatures since records began. So since they was writing down, nigga, it's cold as fuck in a book. Uh, these folks done wrote down the coldest time ever. Um, and Mohi, known as China's North Pole, okay, the North Pole of China recorded a record low temperature at negative 53 degrees Celsius, negative 63 degrees Fahrenheit at 7 a.m. on Sunday. Um, at this time of the year, Mohe typically experiences temperatures of negative 15, 5 degrees Fahrenheit. The previous coldest temperature on record in the city, which is found in the Proverbs of, I'm not saying that, but that's very long. If y'all want to try and read it yourself, it is that right there. Heilong Yang is what it looks like. Was negative 52.3 degrees Celsius in 1969. The coldest temperature ever recorded in China ever, negative 58 degrees. Wow. In the city of Yinhe, Inner Mongolia on December 2009. Dang, they had a thing where you could like find out what food they used to test how cold it was. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Oh, my boy eyelashes is frozen. Yeah, that's crazy. Dang. I don't want no parts of that. They could have all of that. No smoke. None at all. I thought I was tough when I went to Philadelphia and it was cold and I forgot my coat. I only had hoodies and vests on. I thought I was a tough guy. That shit was crazy. Let me see. That's crazy as fuck though. Negative 53, like negative 53. How cold is negative 53? Id. negative. Okay, so fingers, nose, toes, cheeks, and chins are most vulnerable to frostbite and should be covered as much as possible when it's cold. Too cold. Experts agree that it's best to stay indoors if the temperature falls below 0 degrees Fahrenheit or the wind chill dips below -18. What the fuck? This is cool. MIT. Let's bookmark that. Mohi, Mohi, man, Mohi. I don't know. I said I'm listening to myself say that shit back. I don't know if that's the right shit though. This one's interesting. Japan, where you know, like how they be talking about all the rumors about like, oh, this place got a baby limit and all this stuff. I don't know why this is like this, but this was very interesting. This was something that caught my eye too this morning. We done talked about the penguins. We done talked about the little baby Megamind villain baby boy. That shit is crazy. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with him because he could just turn into a dickhead or whatever, and just live off of, oh, I was the smartest kid at that point in my life on the whole planet possibly and shit. Or I taught myself how to read. Um, but this one was interesting too. This was a little more interesting than the penguin poop thing. It said Japan is standing on the verge of whether we can continue to function as a society. Japan's prime minister, no, excuse me, the prime minister of Japan, Fumio Kishida, has told the country's lawmakers that focusing on their aging population cannot wait and cannot be postponed. Japan has a population of 125 million and is estimated to have had fewer than 800,000 births last year. In the 1970s, births exceeded 2 million. As life expectancy continues to rise, there are now a growing number of older people and declining number of workers to support them. No, I think that's like literally like one of the big dang. This is crazy. Bam. This is why I love this doing this. This is one of the biggest things I think this the whole world is gonna face over the next over the next 50 years for real. Because even with the people still, it's still being people to do it. Yes, it's gonna be less and less people trying to do this. Like this is not finna stop. And again, right? We always talk about how like they are so advanced over there in Japan and in different Asian, especially Japan. I'm not even gonna talk about different Asian countries, Japan, China, Japan specifically. Like that's a mindset, it's a mentality, not wanting to do that. And as well that people leaving too, like people leaving from over there, not living there. I was that's one of the things I was thinking. I was like, dang, in the '70s, how many people that was born in them eras, their kids ended up leaving as well, potentially and possibly. That's crazy. Um, I wonder what I could find out about that. Okay, let's learn about migration statistics. International migrant stock is the number of people born in a country other than that in which they live. Number of people born in a country that they don't live in. Okay. It also includes refugees. The data used to estimate the international migrant stock at a particular time are obtained from population census. The estimates are derived from the data on foreign-born population people who have residence in one country but were born in another. When the data on foreign-born population are not available, data on foreign population, that is people who are citizens of a country other than the country in which they reside, are used as estimates. Okay, so they take those numbers and they estimate them. After the breakup of the Soviet Union in 1991, People living in one of the newly independent countries who were born in another country were classified as, okay, international migrants. Estimates of migrant stock in newly independent countries from 1990 are based on the 1989 census of the Soviet Union. For countries with information on the with information on the international migrant stock for at least 2 points in time, interpolation and extrapolation uh, was used to estimate the international migrant stock on July 1st of the reference years. Okay, so stop at 2017 was the last time we had. Dang. That was a lot of motherfucking words I read, and I understand what the fuck I read, but that shit was What, boy? It just sounded at one point like I was just hearing myself, and it just sounded like I was just reading words. Niggas saying the migrant facts and countries and shit. Niggas said, all right, so the niggas that moved out the country that is from there, wherever they apply their name onto a census anywhere, they're counted as people that left the country or from the country. That's what I do need to read back in there and read again, is if they consider it part of the country. But long story short, by 2050, Japan's annual growth will be minus 68. That's terrible. Oh, okay. So this is the number of people. So by 2050, it'll be only 100 million people, possibly. That's crazy. 100 million. That's crazy. Because right now it's 123 million people. Is that what that thing said? Damn, that's scary. I wonder if like it's gonna uphold long term. But that is crazy though, because again, like y'all ever look at it and think like, and look at how much, like even with COVID, right? When you look at how COVID was, now they finna shut my channel down. Niggas finna come in with the glove. Uh, Even with COVID though, like if you had COVID as a young person and it didn't fuck you up, which it didn't fuck, I don't know, it didn't fuck me up. Um, and you understand like what it was supposed to be doing to older people, and then the fear that they even just had on getting it because the idea of them dying was the biggest thing. While we was like worried, we wasn't worried about dying. We was like, well, it's not gonna kill us. But a lot of older heads was worried about dying. It's that kind of thing. Like younger people is finding more ways to live their life and go live their life, while older people is looking at us like we got a responsibility to take care of them, while they've also like eliminated life around us, so to speak, in order for us to be able to enjoy and live to when we get to their point in life. And I think that's a very interesting like dynamic. I think about it, Social Security, all kinds of other shit's fucked up. Anyway, um, but yeah, that's interesting. Very very interesting. And again, like it says, with life expectancy rising, meaning again like how old people is expected to live too, kind of growing and changing, and then you feel me, it being a situation where it's not people there to take care of the people is interesting. It's not even young people being born to take care of them. On top of it's not people there that's trying to take care of them. Again, like I said, how many of y'all is trying to work and take care of old people? It's people to do that shit, but how many of y'all is trying to do that? How many of us is trying to do that? Then you got how many people is actually being born right now to be able to be in position to then take care of everybody. It's interesting. It's a fucked up responsibility for the babies. Why the babies are gonna take care of somebody? Babies come in, get took care of, then they gotta take care of everybody. It's not fair. All right. We did the local traffic earlier. Um, I know y'all heard and seen about this. This shit was pretty interesting. Um,
A lunch. I needed to get the weapon away from him. I needed to take this weapon, disarm him, or else everybody would have died. When I got the courage, I lunged at him with both my hands, grabbed the weapon, and we had a struggle. We struggled into the lobby, trying to get this gun away from each other. He was hitting me across the face, bashing the back of my head. I was trying to use my elbows to separate the gun away from him, creating some distance. Finally, at one point, I was able to pull the gun away from him, shove him aside, create some distance, point the gun at him, intimidate him, shout at him and say, "Get the hell out of here. I'll shoot. Get away. Go." And at this point, I thought he would run away. He was just standing there contemplating whether to fight or to run away. I really thought I would have to shoot him if he came at me. I needed to get the weapon away from him. I needed to take this weapon, disarm him, or else everybody would have died. When I got the courage, I lunged at him with both my hands, grabbed the weapon, and we had a struggle.
I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know what I think about this, but you feel me? Y'all know on Saturday in Alhambra they had that shooting, the mass shooting. They shot like dude shot like 10 people or some shit like that. Unfortunately, this is the guy that wrestled the gun from him, and I don't know. Like this shit is crazy because this really the real world. We really live on Earth. So I'm not one of the people like, man, this shit look crazy. But this shit, just hearing this nigga talk, sound crazy. It sound again clearly. I don't know. I don't know. This shit is crazy. But this the dude. If anybody was ever wondering what the man looked like, this the guy. Um, Not even that I don't believe my boy or nothing like that. I hope y'all could hear me. It's just crazy, like just hearing him go away. Like even when he's saying, like, I looked at him and I said, "Go away, go." Like that shit crazy. Like what? It don't even sound halfway real, almost. Like, but shit, that's really what the fuck went down. I guess, right? He's. I don't know if he saved all them people, but I guess he saved more people from being hurt or injured or harmed, right? Uh, that shit is crazy. All right, now. Okay. We got one more thing. These last two things was interesting too. Damn, I forgot. I sent myself hella shit. I spent like almost a half an hour. I spent an hour, a good hour, preparing all of this shit to talk about. Some interesting conversations on stadiums. Stadiums cost a lot of fucking money. I hope y'all know they come out of our pocket. Did some shit. Hopefully, we'll find out if people watch. Granted, I don't know if y'all like this type of shit, but um, this shit say the people that was mad. We ain't even gonna call their name on camera. The people that was mad at Kanye are hysterical over the movie Farrah proves the movie's effectiveness, is what the statement says. Opinion and analysis. This is from Mint Press. If y'all check them out, I think y'all should. They could be posting like this instant shit. Um, it says the film opens by showing the beauty of pre-current era rural Palestine. We see Farah in her village. We meet her father and uncle, and it seems like what one would expect a Palestinian village to be like back in the day. And yet, I could not help feeling that something terrible was brewing. Maybe because I know all too well what happened to the Palestinians in 1947 and 48, how the ethnic cleansing campaign had caught most Palestinians by surprise, which I think is an interesting statement. A lot of people like, they know about like the end of World War II and all that stuff, but they don't really necessarily know a whole lot about um, what went on after that. It ain't for me to speak on, but that would be very interesting for a lot of people to pay attention to and to learn about and to learn dually on both sides what it was about and maybe what mistakes was just made overall more so than what wrong was done to start, but what mistakes were made by those in power, as often happens, because it ain't really about the people. It's really just about the pocket and the politics. When the film Fair came out on Netflix in 2022, the people that was mad at Kanye and Kyrie expressed their anger at Netflix for platforming an event from the early days of the people who was mad at Kanye and Kyrie uh, Settler Colony project. Uh, the director or somebody who worked with the movie or supports the movie explains how these attempts to start a boycott of Netflix and the film exposed the people that was mad at Kanye and Kyrie's fear of the world learning the truth about the creation of apartheid state that is currently occupying Palestine. I think yesterday I said Kyrie Irving been balling lately. I gave him a little shout out. We gonna leave it at that, and we gonna move on to the next topic. But I did think this was interesting. It was interesting that it had kind of crossed my mind, and I haven't seen it. So having not seen it, it also makes me very interested to see um, what kind of what is in there, like what goes on in the whole thing too. Um, Let me see. Dang, it's a lot of good stuff in here. A lot of cool stuff actually. Okay, we're gonna take a brief 2 minute break real quick. I'm gonna get Honey right and let her go ahead and start her day too. Girl, you was not supposed to be up there. I'm gonna knock you out. Don't do that anymore. Boy, it'd be so cold at night. The motherfucking water bottle, if you put it on the floor, be cold. And we're back. Alrighty. Now, in the digital era, an era where, again, we all know it's a lot of occupations out here that expand far beyond some of our schooling, and some of us are trying to put ourselves in position via schooling to get some of these jobs. Some of us are just trying to find ways to expand our horizons. But just understanding the ever expanding landscape, everything that's going on, if he talks of it being a recession coming up soon and all kinds of other shit, I think it's good for those that's gonna tune into this now or later, and just over time, I'm gonna just continue to talk about these types of things and make these kind of things relevant because they are and they're very important. But Spotify announces that they are laying off 600 employees, which is potentially not a lot, but I think that's a lot realistically. I don't know how many employees Spotify got in their workforce realistically. Again, it's all digital for the most part. It ain't like it's a Spotify factory where they sending out apps to people and headphones and stuff like that, like how we used to have with the iPod and the Zoom and all them little, shits like that. So that's pretty interesting in itself. And it says Spotify has confirmed that they're laying off around 600 staff. Oh, 6% of its workforce. Okay, so that's not a lot, but damn, that's 6% out of 100. That's crazy though. 600 people is just 6% of what they got going on. Over the last few months, we've made considerable effort to rein in costs, but it simply hasn't been enough. And again, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot of excess and a lot of um, trimming of the fat potentially that's going to be coming from a lot of businesses. And I guess this is a sign of, I guess, what types of things may be coming potentially in the future around the world. But that's very interesting. It was interesting for me to see because again, I wonder like what's them 600 jobs? Like what is those 600 jobs at Spotify? Like what is them people doing for real? Like that's interesting to me. Good luck to them people. Okay, do I want to talk about Slava Medvedenko? Do I want to talk about Frankie Muniz? Cause that's still more pop culture. So I could go do that after I talk about probably after I talk about my boy Slava. Okay. And in one of the last like life serious news moments. I think not serious if this news was too heavy, but just a good variety of news and stuff like that. Um, we'll talk about this one too. We'll do this one last. I'm trying to keep it in a good order. This was interesting because right, you don't really necessarily know where a lot of people be from sometimes, like when you see stuff that's going on. But this was pretty cool seeing this. Um, his name is famous, and again, right, I just watched this the pivot episode of the pivot. I recommend any of y'all watch that. Like, you feel me? This is a forum for me to share stuff that I think is interesting with y'all, with people that I fuck with and stuff like that. Um, the pivot had a very interesting episode where they sat down and they talked with um, Kwame Brown, and with the conversation with Kwame Brown, one of the things came out was just about how people got control of your name and can kind of impact how people see you and what they know of you. Um, Irregardless of whether or not your story is a great story based on the things that go on in the media and the things that go on in this sports entertainment world, they'll judge you and necessarily change your standing and who you are. So Slava Medvedenko is a guy who I just know of as a guy who played on the Lakers, but also got talked bad about by dude like Stephen A. Smith. Slava Medvedenko, like it's a video. Like, let me see if I can find it. I'm trying to be light on my feet and fast.
Never takes a day off. I don't think I've ever seen you off a day since you started on the program. Thank you, Jay. Stephen A. plays golf every
never takes a day off. I don't think I've ever seen you off a day since you started on the program.
Thank you, Jay. Stephen A. plays golf every day.
I'm glad you think so. Well, I know Stephen A. loves the NBA. When you look at things, we're going a couple days now from the playoffs. In the West, you've got a host of teams: Seattle, San Antonio, Phoenix.
Man, hold on.
All of these teams looking very strong. In the East, it really seems to be Miami and Detroit as the two front runners. But Skip, I'll start with you. Who should be the favorite to win the NBA championship this year?
This is not a, so to speak, spur of the moment opinion. I've been saying all year, it's the San Antonio Spurs. If they get Tim Duncan back in gear and keep him healthy, they got 3 stars with Duncan,
That would happen.
I don't know what the fuck I pulled this up for, but he used to disrespect that man's name. Anyway, that was a trash moment. We'll get over it. Jeanie Buss and the Lakers, though, gave Slaven Medvedenko replacement rings after he sold his to help his home country, Ukraine, fight in the war. And I don't know how much he sold the rings for, but see, come on, here go the dickheads in the comments. Didn't we already get them billions of dollars? Shut up, bitch. $100,000. Damn. And I think that's cool. And then off the back of that, I guess that's how it's gonna go, huh? I think that's how it was supposed to be anyway. We'll work our way around to my boy you saying. Oh, no, get that off the screen. Uh-oh. That's cool though. I think the Lakers are definitely still a first class organization. They're trying to find their way in this modern era, and they're trying to find out how to play modern basketball when a lot of people don't necessarily want to see them do well. When it's a lot of things as well up against what they got going on, but um, I think that within that though they've been trying to navigate this moment well, and they always do right by their players for the most part. Um, And within that, we done started the sports segment. So y'all already know this is gonna be the duration of this rest of this shit. We finna all be talking about sports. So strap in. Cause this ain't finna stop for a whole little while. We got a whole lot to talk about. With that, I'm gonna start on the Lakers. I was gonna talk about my boy Frankie Muniz becoming a NASCAR driver, but we'll talk about that at another time. Right now, I want to talk about the Lakers trading for Rui Hachimura from Gonzaga, if I'm not mistaken. No, literally, Frankie Muniz is a NASCAR driver. Ooh, wee. That's make you nervous. Oh my God. I ain't gonna lie. I get a little wigged out every time I start doing this shit. Because it's like, dang, I just sent this to all these people. But hell yeah, I sent this to all these people. Come fuck with your boy. Um, Rui Hachimura is a pretty interesting player for the Lakers to have traded for. I think he's pretty good. Um, player and picks for player. The Lakers get the player. The other team get players and picks. So they got Kendrick Nunn to go with Bradley Beal and Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 4 guys now. They were on that team. I think Thomas Bryant was on that team. Rui Hachimura was on that team. Russell Westbrook was on that team. Um, and there's one more person because there's four of those guys that have made it or that are on the Lakers now. Um, they were on the Wizards previously, which is pretty interesting. Um, that's an ugly ass picture of Kendrick Nunn, boy. I think that's a good move for the Lakers. I think they needed that. I think it's always important and it's always good um, to be a team, which is interesting. The first thing I thought, okay, to get my mind going, the first thing that I thought when I saw the trade um, was that it's pretty interesting. And when you look at it overall, the Lakers just kind of building, trying to build back the team, build and put the team together that they essentially had. Except now, um, having added Anthony Davis, one moment. Holy hell. You feel me? So again, I think he's the type of dude who you could kind of use in a Brandon Ingram role. He's not Brandon Ingram at all, but again, what you was finna do there? Go Thomas Bryant. It was on the Lakers. I mean, it was on the Wizards too. Um, you feel me? As you can see, can shoot corner threes and shit like that. Can contest at the rim. Can rebound. Excuse me. Can shoot the mid range. That's what I kept noticing. Where you lost Brandon Ingram, and Brandon Ingram is like mid range guy. Rui Hachimura got a pretty good mid range game, I think, and a mid range game that he can expound on and that he can play on, as well as he can finish at the basket. Again, shooting corner threes, finishing at the basket, defending. So that's who the Lakers is getting right now in this trade, which I think is good for them. Realistically, like I think that helps LeBron. I think when Anthony Davis comes back, that helps Anthony Davis. I think with the guys that they got right now already down low and stuff like that, I think that helps them and it makes it a little more fluid. And hopefully he's able to come and step in and just do what he does consistently. Hopefully the Lakers indeed, like that person said in the comments, get his nigga some time so he could figure, so he could just play a little bit before they start tripping like how they get to. This was interesting. Um, one of the conversations I had just had with a few of my buddies um, was about Draymond Green, so to speak, and it leads me to bring this conversation into it as well, which is about Pat Beverly, um, who is again, I think one of the better defenders in the NBA, and definitely just um, past defenders of his time, cerebral defenders of his time, which is pretty interesting. But I think within that, what's interesting about it is I think he gets a bad rap sometimes for his antics and his behaviors and different stuff like that. Just because I think a lot of times he doesn't necessarily give what people are looking for as far as his ability to um, score in an era that is really a lot more about scoring and a lot more focused on the offensive end of the ball. Like if you think about the NBA and everything that you know about what they got going on, um, it's all so like overly focused on scores and overly focused on offensive players and different stuff like that. Um, you don't really get acknowledged for great plays. Like again, LeBron's defensive block in the finals isn't really always acknowledged as like a legendary defensive play. You feel me? It's kind of more talked about and it's kind of more acknowledged as, oh well, um, you feel me? Him and Kyrie Irving scored X amount of points to close that out and all of these things. So I thought this was interesting because um, Again, the other night the Lakers had that huge comeback against the Portland Trailblazers, and Pat Bev and some of the better guards have a pretty interesting relationship and an interesting little clash of perspectives and different stuff like that. Um, and Pat Bev had a pretty good game against them. And to close the game out, let me see if I can find the clip. Let me see if I can sing it to myself. Dang. This is going to be hard. What was that on? Bleacher Report, ESPN LA? I don't even remember. Nope, wasn't. Anyway, Pat Bev just said like if he had cooked me, basically, you would have said that he had cooked me, but I played him well tonight, so it's just I played him good essentially, and I thought that was a pretty interesting perspective and a pretty interesting um, way to look at it for Patrick Beverly because again I do think a lot of times he does get a pretty bad rap, and not to say that he's like the defender of the year or anything crazy and all that shit, but he's good at his role and good within what it is he does. And I think this was an interesting sign of it. To get to the moral of the story is uh, the defense on Dame Lillard held Dame to 5 of 17. So again, if Dame just hit all 3-pointers, he's got 15 points. So I think Dame had 24. So that's 5 of 17 from the field. That's not counting free throws. Bev had his highest plus minus of the season, or the game, excuse me, plus 25. His stats don't show that because he didn't score no motherfucking points. But again, like when you perform like that and you do that, that's a major impact. And I mean, to go back to my conversation, it kind of made me put this in here too. It made me get a little tangential with this as far as the basketball goes is I think when you look at a guy like him, Draymond Green, granted Draymond Green is a high end and a legend end of that. Shout out to my boy Malak. I think there's a lot that goes on in the basketball game that's not about scoring. It doesn't get put on the stat sheet as well as you can get rebounds and assists and steals and blocks. But so many people overblow, so many fans of the game overblow the scoring element and dynamic of it. And again, you'll see 24 points and you'll feel like he still got cooked. But again, 5 of 7 plus 25, I actually got him. I got in there. He got in there. I was gonna say he got in there. That's not it though. We're not trying to say that. That's not cute. Let's see. Besides that, besides that, besides that, besides that, it started. Let's see what we have next. What is our next topic? Franklin Nunes is a NASCAR driver. Let's go do some more basketball. Let's go do some more basketball. We'll talk about this girl here. She's a straight hooper. Straight hooper. A straight hooper. Unadulterated hooper. Can't fucking stop it. You can't stop it. How could you fucking stop it? They can't fucking stop her. You see, they clearly can't stop her. If you didn't know. If you didn't know. Angel Reese. Angel Reese makes LSU basketball history. What the fuck? I guess that's like I'm trying to see like I don't even know what that means because now she got my head up because I thought this was like an all NBA, like an all NCAA record, but this is just at her school, which is crazy. Her Glorilla little sister got 20 double doubles in a row, which is a big deal. Like for real, people be, oh, okay, she like that. Okay, look how she holding the ball like Jordan. All right, nigga free. She go hard. I fuck with her. So yeah, she got 20 straight double doubles. That's crazy. That's like since like last year. That's big. Okay. That was a little underwhelming. I ain't gonna cap. I thought that was like in NCAA history, in women's NCAA history. But she just did that uh, just right now. That's cool. That's cool. Shout out to flight attendants. Okay, they did put this on here. Okay, I thought that was why, bro. Look at the cameraman, bro. Look at this. First of all, bang. Now watch my boy. Ah, my son fell dumb hard. Boy, my boy slid on his face like stomped the yard. That was funny as fuck. Hey, what they did? What's the little sound that they be putting from off of the Looney Tunes and shit? That's funny as hell. My boy fell. Anyway, shout out to them girls though. Y'all seen them hooping? Y'all seen the back-to-back game winner jumpers? Tragic. Sucks being on the other end of the game winner jumper. Right? You can stop the game right when you hit the shot. Like, all right, game over. We won. Now this here is a little bit much. Ooh. Okay, he did get hit in the face with the stick. They're gonna pull his tooth out. Uh. Hockey players do that shit too easy. They just swish a tooth out like it's a tire, like it's NASCAR. He did that like it was a NASCAR pit stop. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Bank Rolls. My boy got a bag, man, where you just don't even gotta worry about pulling your tooth out. Ooh, no blood. Can't be real. Cause he done lost it before. Uh. Ooh, man. I gotta have a mouthpiece with the pacifier like a running back. Give me the mouth. Give me the pacifier mouthpiece. Give me the decalin. Whatproswear.com. Okay. I didn't even know this shit existed. What is this? Come on. Give me that. I will not be experiencing this. Because I will be wearing that on the ice. Matter of fact, give me this whole thing. Give me this whole thing. Just give me DK Metcalf hoes. And I like hockey. Y'all don't even know. Not a chance in hell, though. My nigga got his shit. Oh my God. Tooth just came out. Just like that. That's probably a different sound. We're gonna talk about what ifs, or do we want to talk about what is this? Okay, so this is interesting. You know, Tommy Fury, Tyson Fury's little brother, finna fight Jake Paul again, supposedly, because they were supposed to fight last year, and then they didn't end up fighting. And he said, I expect Tommy to knock Jake Paul out, and if he doesn't, he can stay in Saudi Arabia, which is, I guess, where they fighting. I don't know too much about Tommy Fury. I do know Jake Paul is he ain't been fighting real boxers. He fought a fighter recently. He knocked out the other dudes and different shit like that. And again, Silva like hella old, and they went the distance. So I think maybe if him and Silva was the same age, Silva probably would have knocked his ass the fuck out. But I don't know. Tommy Fury don't seem like that neither. But shit, I think this might be a good little fight. This shit is really like Creed. Like this nigga swear who this nigga Jake Paul really think he is? Like why is he fighting a nigga who a real boxer brother now? Like they really finna get down. I don't know. Yeah, again, like who is that dude just getting knocked out? I know he'll knock me out, but he a bum at what he do. Like it don't matter. I could go show you 2 or 3 niggas that really knock him out. Jamal Charlo, knock him out. That's not nigga name is not Anthony. Jamal Charlo will both knock that nigga out right there. And him over here, this man, getting knocked out by Jamal and Jamal Charlo. Same thing with him and Jake Paul, all 3 of them. So come on, man. Anyway, but Jake Paul is interesting because the world is chasing seeing Jake Paul lose. I think that's interesting in our world. Like people just be waiting and chasing and watching people lose and seeing and hoping that the people gonna lose. And whether or not it do happen or not, they don't even give a fuck half the time. They just watching and see if the people lose. The baby. Okay, so this was another interesting topic. So this man, Elliot Shore Park said, I could maybe score a touchdown. I could luck into a home run. I could probably get 2 points in an NBA game. I could play hundreds of games of hockey and never ever score a goal. It looks impossible. Granted, I understand that and I feel you, but I actually honestly think that the easiest one potentially is the 2 points because you could really fuck around and possibly, like fuck your way off into getting like a foul shot. You feel me? Like an and one type of foul shot, and then you get your opportunity to shoot your own shot type of thing. But realistically, like I don't believe none of these is possible. Like for just the average everyday dude to get off the couch and go from their job into the arena that day and then go do one of these, like score a touchdown? What? First of all, do you even weigh enough? Because again, think about it. Like if you think you could line up at receiver and score a touchdown, you crazy out your motherfucking mind. As soon as they see you out there as a nigga off the street, a pedestrian off the street, they gonna press you like fine linen. 1 second. They popping out, they finna press you like fine linen. So there go that. You ain't even getting off the line. I know you thought you were, but you're not. I know you thought you was getting off the line, but you're not. Oh, wait. Wait, that's funny as shit. Okay, hold on, I'm back. I have to get my charger for my phone because I'm trying to go to the gym in a minute. That's funny as hell. Look who it is, your boy. I said, nobody in these comments is scoring a touchdown unless we play running back for the 49ers and it's a motherfucking sweet motion. So let's stop the idea that scoring is easy in the NFL because dudes make it look easy. None of these are doable unless we in the comments are lined up against each other. That was the moral of what it is I was getting ready to say. Unless it was like me and my coworkers at work always joke like, oh, if it was us versus the other people in our field at some other businesses, like other competing business, even though you can't compete where you don't compare. Competing operations and stuff like that for numbers or whatever. You know how that is. Other type of shit. Like UPS and FedEx. You have the video of the UPS and the FedEx dude running both to the porch. That type of shit. Like that's where it'd be easy. That's when it become easy. Off against some dudes in the street. Adult flag football league. That type Madden. It's not easy to score a touchdown in a football game. It's not. Even when it's easy, it's not easy. It kind of just happens more than it's easy. Yeah, you scheme it up and shit like that, but then after that, it just happens. It's not easy, though. To hit a home run, that shit is not easy. They always say not being able to hit a curveball is what turns baseball players into football players. I could probably score 2 points in an NBA game. Like I said, we already talked about looking into the foul. And even in hockey, that shit is hard too. Ain't none of these doable. I don't think none of them is doable by the average dude on the street. Could I do it though? Hell yeah, I could. I think it's more possible for me to get a pick than it is for me to do that. For me to score a touchdown, and that's really crazy because it's a lot of moving parts to interception. That's crazy. That's really bold. That's even more bold. Like what? Come on, man. Stop. That shit is crazy. I wonder what y'all think. Like how possible do y'all think it is for like for one of y'all or somebody to get in there and to do that shit? Cause that shit is crazy. You feel me? Like I don't even understand how you would do it. It's my that's what's it called, Zachary? I can't think of what his name is right now. That was you feel me? Yugoslavian Russian Zachary. Zachary. I'm dead. But again, ain't none of them motherfuckers easy. Like what? That's what I'm saying. Like I know a few people from around the way that play in college professionally. We finna take this out here and test the theory. Unfortunately, I might have to test the theory on myself to prove. But I might try to find some other people off the street who think that they might could. You feel me? Who talk crazy like that? Like go find somebody in the comments and like see if they from out here. And be like, all right, come on, let's see. Next topic. Y'all know the Women's World Cup is upon us. Did y'all know that Frankie Muniz is attempting to be a NASCAR driver? This was cool too. The NASCAR star has joined. The Malcolm and Noodle star has joined NASCAR. Frankie Muniz has officially joined NASCAR as a race car driver. Frankie has been passionate about achieving his dream for years, training and learning his craft regularly. Frankie announced he'll be joining Retta Jones Racing as a driver in the Arca Mendra series in 2023. It gotta be some videos on YouTube of this nigga doing this shit. It's gotta be. It's gotta be me. Let me see. Come on, the first shit is Frankie Muniz in a car. What? But is it finna be him driving though? I want to see him driving, not him sitting in the t-shirt. Muniz Racing. We need to find this. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. My boy Frankie Muniz. They talking about Frankie Muniz is a NASCAR. I'm trying to find some video of him driving the car. Of course, y'all know it ain't no video out here of this nigga doing that shit because no disrespect, RP Dale Earnhardt, but this shit look like that. That's crazy. I want to see this shit. This is crazy. I want to see it. This they gonna have to show me. But apparently, my boy Frankie Muniz really out here trying to drive. I thought he was like a little small person. You feel me? Like Hezbollah. That's interesting. You feel me? That's what he look like now. My boy got the Fast and the Furious face and shit now. You feel me? He look like a car man. Frankie Muniz, racer. You feel me? That's funny as shit. Okay, so this was cool. You feel me? The Women's World Cup. We just had the Men's World Cup. The FIFA Women's World Cup is coming up too, and this was like a cool little shit. Adidas brought the official ball, Welcome Oceans, which is the official ball of the World Cup. It's in New Zealand, the World Cup, which is pretty cool. The United States women just was playing the other day. They whooped the shit out of the Netherlands. I mean, out of New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken. They beat the dog shit out of them. Come on, look. They beat the. That's an hour. We're not watching an hour, bro. What is wrong with y'all? They played 2 times in a week. That's crazy. Oh, the Pivot celebrating a year. Yeah, they. Come on, it's already 1-0 at the 38-minute mark. Here they go, finna do some crazy ass shit. Here go the ladies. Oh, she said off the lazy, which is the leg, if y'all didn't know. Set piece. Bop, come on, man. That shit don't even make no sense. That shouldn't even been that easy. Damn. That's 2-zip. And now, if y'all didn't know, they show this shit on HBO Max now. Because again, as they deserve to be, they need to be somewhere where all the money at. The U.S. women's, they the shit. The women is the shit. Period. Fuck with them. Oh, here we go again. We finna get another one. Look at that ponytail going. Here she go. Oh, great pass. Here we go. Bop. Oh, come. Oh, she missed it. Oh my lord. Number 7. What you doing? Yeah, that's on you. Oh my god. Uh, uh. Ha, ah. Oh lord. Oh, bop. Damn. She hit that bitch in the corner. She said, "Bitch, I love it. I love it." Oh, is this the girl who just got drafted by LAFC? It is. Look at me knowing my shit. Hold on. If I'm not mistaken, this girl just got drafted by LAFC. Hopefully I'm right. Wrong. Totally wrong. I was dead ass wrong. Man. Dang, I sound like a dickhead. Who was the girl that just got drafted? What is the Women's Soccer League? Let's learn some shit, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. This girl, it looked like the same one. My bad. Or is this her? I don't even know who this is. Swanson, Thompson. I'm gonna have to take that L. I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, but Angel City, which is LA, drafted Alyssa Thompson. I don't know if she scored in the game, but Swanson is a baller. She kicked that bitch almost out the goal. Whack it. Dude. I wish I was right. That would have been hard. Uh, but they are up 3-0. Here we go. Here go another one. Yeah, no, we gonna watch all these goals. This finna happen very, very quickly. This is not finna take up a whole lot of time. Come on. That's 4. Look at she laughing. She said, "Bitch, this is too easy." As you can see, the U.S. women's team out here beating ass. I fully expect us to win the World Cup this year, and I'm gonna talk shit like it's the regular World Cup actually, because it's just as important. Matter of fact, everybody always want to only talk about the men's World Cup. Well, the women's World Cup, we the shit. I only got one motherfucker now, so turn up. I'm Ike. Turn up, turn up. Why am I saying that? My goofy ass never tweeted the link. Man, it's so important to clear your mind. What's the topic? Okay. I'm not gonna talk a whole bunch of football today. I just want to be consistent. Uh, this shit with Stephon Diggs is pretty interesting. It's blowing up right now, which is surprising to me because you feel me. I think it's interesting because realistically, like, what is the expectation supposed to be? So Stephon Diggs kind of been getting a lot of backlash for his reaction to the Bills losing the playoff game. You know, there was some talk that he tried to leave the locker room early. You know, we got this. I talked about this yesterday when I was talking about everything that was going on. It was interesting that, again, right, this is what I noticed. A few weeks ago, it was, um, oh, Josh Allen has been doing so well at overcoming his elbow. He's done so well at overcoming his elbow injury and all of this stuff. Josh Allen he's so good, he's so talented, he's so special. Oh, Josh Allen, Josh Allen, Josh Allen. Oh, the Bills, the Bills, the Bills, right? Stephon Diggs, like I said yesterday, has not gotten as much credit as I think he deserves for the position that he's played in the Bills' success, honestly, and the ways in which he's elevated Josh Allen's game. And I'm just somebody who adamantly believes that. I believe that he elevated Kirk Cousins the same way Justin Jefferson elevated Kirk Cousins, and people want to open their mouth to fix and say things about Kirk Cousins is not realistic. I think sometimes with Josh Allen, it's like that too. Even though he's got all the talent in the world, crazy arm strength, all of these things, I think it's unfair because Stephon Diggs is the engine that makes that offense go. I believe, even though Josh Allen is for sure the driver and the steering wheel, at the steering wheel, Stephon Diggs is what makes that team go. He's the navigator, whatever you want to say. And I think it's important to acknowledge that and to recognize it because I think without that and without him, I don't think that the Bills are in this position to be able to have this much success this rapidly. And I think the regression of the team is not because of Stephon Diggs, it's because of the quarterback. And I think where it is the accountability got to be held by Josh Allen. It's got to not create a rift between them, and they got to grow from this instead of go backwards. But you feel me? Again, he said here it's easy to criticize my reaction more than the result. Um, you want me to be okay with our level of play when it's not up to standard? He said, nah. He said, you want me to be okay with losing? Nah. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that at the end of the day. You work, you spend all your time, you dedicate, so much to trying to get to this goal and to make it happen. And again, they've been in position to make it happen the last few years. I talked yesterday about that 5-year peak of teams and what it takes in order to really be elite and to really get to that next level. Um, just as far as observing and watching the game from afar, and again, the Bills are a part of that, but not being able to get it done, even granted, they had so many changes this year, so many ups and downs. Again, a guy like Von Miller, not having a guy like Von Miller definitely hurts them. Losing DeMar Hamlin after already losing Jordan Poyer or Micah Hyde, if I'm not mistaken, earlier this year. Like, that's tough. That's tough. That's gonna hurt you. Getting Tre'Davious White back late in the year, Josh Allen being injured all season or for the back end of the season, that definitely hurts you. But again, you still got to get it done because again, every other team is hurt. Every other team is going through a whole bunch of shit and a whole bunch of injuries and stuff like that. So it's a very interesting situation. I'll be interested to see how this turns out because I don't think it should be something that's held against Stephon Diggs realistically. That light killing me. That light is like fucking me up right here. I can't even do nothing to move it. Let's see. I can. Damn, boy. Um, it's still hidden, still hidden. Blink blowing. Um, this was crazy. Okay, so I saw this, and this shit here made me sit here and say to myself, like, bro, with everything they kicker had going on for the Cowboys, imagine you sitting here on the other side getting ready for the game, and you watching this dude do this. Boy, he kicking the ball off of the side of the upright. Like while you struggling, missing 4 straight last week. And again, don't think this was on accident. If y'all think that he did this on accident and y'all don't think that they like low key told my boy to do that, like they encouraged him to do it and shit like that to fuck with the other dude, the 49ers, they got this shit down to a fucking science, baby. They got this shit down to a science. This shit is not by fucking accident. If you think that Robbie Gold was lining up and doing this shit on accident, or it was like he just was doing this by happenstance, did some little quirky shit that he was doing. Yeah, it might be some quirky little shit that he was doing. But at the same time, like, bro, he doing this shit. It's like, this is, these is alphas. Even the kicker alpha. This survival of the fittest. He out here trying to show motherfuckers like, hey, this was hot. That shit is crazy. You ain't making shit. You ain't made shit. You missed 4 kicks last week. Boy, I can hit the side of the upright. I'm that accurate. This is fuck. This a fuck with you right here. That's how somebody fuck with you right there, boy. That shit ain't right. Niggas survival of the fittest. That's hilarious, bro. I'd have been hot. Let me see if I can find the other one. See, Dak Prescott, no. Where is it? Boy, my nigga feet is in the air. That's crazy. Like, boy, what? Damn, nigga, how many times did they post this shit? I'm trying to find this specific clip. But this nigga Dak Prescott, basically, moral of the story is Dak Prescott been fucking off, man. And I was listening to something that was very interesting. It was said yesterday about Dak. And the way in which, again, he managed to find a way to fuck off these games for the Cowboys and lose these games for the Cowboys. That shit is irrelevant, not being able to find it. I can't put the team in jeopardy like that. The defense gave us an opportunity to win the game. They did great. They did a great job against a good offense. For us to put up the points we did is unacceptable, and that starts with me. But again, Dak saying for us to put up the points we did, Dak, y'all didn't put up no points. Y'all actually didn't score on offense. The kicker scored. who missed 4 straight last week. You threw 2 picks. They ain't zooming in on the kicker. And the kicker talking about, run the ball. Let me kick it. This shit is crazy. He scored 9 points. I wish I could find a clip because again, one of the interceptions he threw the ball in a double coverage. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm hot. I can't find the clip. Let's see. Matter of fact, I can find a clip. It's on YouTube. I forgot I don't gotta scroll through Instagram, man. My mind be all 5,000 places. That's why. Take time to make time to put it together. Stepping stones just starts. Oh no, this is the zig when he was supposed to zag pick. We don't want that one. A lot going on, but we gonna get it right. Bam, double coverage. Like, what are you doing? Late too. So he got a guy coming across the field, coming this way. I don't even understand what the thought process is for my boy Dan. So again. Oh no. So this guy gonna come here, fake like he going across, come back out. You got Fred Warner right here, and this is what we talking about with Dak Prescott. So again, the statement is I can't put the team in jeopardy like that. The defense gave us the opportunity to win the game. They did a great job against a good offense. For us to put up the points that we did is unacceptable, and it starts with me. So they at the 20 going in. So they finna score. Again, this is the shit that make a difference in the game. They finna score. They finna score. Like this is a drive to get points right now, and the score is 6-6. They should have scored a touchdown on this drive, I think. Score should be the score is 6-6. I said the CD Lamb gonna come here and leak back out. First of all, this side of the field is filled with too many people. This is why Dak shouldn't have threw the ball. This is why Dak should have ran with your ass. You can run, dude. The field is filled with too many people. It's too many defenders over here already. Granted, there's too many defenders everywhere. It's too many defenders on this side of the field right now. And this guy's going back out. So he's taking more people over here. You can run. You can hold that. You can pump fake that thing, leak back out the field, up the field, give yourself a chance. Again, what did I say? It's too many people over here on this side of the field. He forced the ball to his favorite receiver. This man jumped the ball, should have knocked it away. Instead, it bounces off into Fred Warner hands, interception. My boy is stiff arm. They run up the field. Like that you can't have that. And again, these is both in the first half. You can't have it. My question yesterday was, you feel me? Can the Cowboys win with Dak Prescott? I was rubbing all on my nose. Could the Cowboys win with Dak Prescott? To the Cowboy fans and all that stuff. Do I necessarily know? I don't. And again, that's a tough situation to be in because the Cowboys got a lot going, but at the same time, they ain't seeming to have any ability to put that shit together. Realistically, today's not gonna be an extra long show. I got all my topics kind of set up and put together, but it probably still may run into the same length and amount of time. So this championship game is gonna be interesting. The NFC championship game is gonna be interesting because you got a matchup as you see a lot of times. The two guys that played each other in college, but two guys that put up a really like big stat line, had a real lit like game against each other. So from college to the NFC Championship game, we can't wait was a little post that they made. Jalen Hurts in the game at Oklahoma had 273 yards passing, 68 yards rushing, 5 total touchdowns. Brock Purdy had 282, 555 total rushing yards, and 6 total touchdowns. Game is already trending. And Oklahoma won by 1 point. So let's see what they got. Some little highlights from it. Oh, this is CD Lamb playing with Jalen Hurts. Okay. Oh, let's see what we got. Okay, damn. That's when CD Lamb was dunking on folks, huh? Jalen Hurts should have won the Heisman this year, I thought. Yeah, they was putting the ball up. Good case. A lot of Oklahoma highlights. Sedarian. And he do this in the league. That's what I'm saying. It's some dudes to get in. Damn, not the action movie Leap. It's some dudes to get in the league and they run through the league just like how they ran through college. Okay, come on, here go Purdy throwing some. Bob, don't that look familiar? Ain't that crazy? Now that's the key, bro. Put the dude in position to do the shit that he did in college and the NFL. Brock Purdy do this every weekend. We watching it every week. Bop, touchdown. Easy. Easy, bro. You got to put the people in position to do what it is they do. Option. Come on. He didn't even have to do that fake. He knew he wasn't finna get hit. Come on, Purdy. Let's see another one. Dot. Look. Bob. And don't he throw over the middle of the field like so much every week? Every week we watching right now, Brock Purdy just dots all over the middle of the field. And look what he doing in the college tape. Dot. This game, okay, I knew I put this in here. Cool. The reason that I put this on here was because I think this matchup is going to be a very good example of the transfer portal success and why the changes in college football may be good with what everybody don't like and different things like that. I think this is going to be actually a really great example of why you're seeing guys stay in college more, why guys being able to transfer and choose where they want to go really is a positive thing in the game of college football. Granted, everybody doesn't like it because, again, Brock Purdy's the guy that stayed in college 4 years, maybe 5, however many. Jalen Hurts is the guy that stayed, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 3 years or maybe 4 years. Transferred, played at Alabama at the highest level. Then from there went to one of the better passing schools and passing quarterback development schools in college football. And passing conferences in college football. Brock Purdy stayed all 4 years. What I've been saying to a lot of people is right now we can really start seeing dudes that realistically, if you really think about it and know and kind of understand and fathom what I'm saying, we can really start seeing dudes who have thrown for, when they come out of college, more yards than some of the legends that we don't watch. We going to see dudes who threw for more yards than Dan Marino from the time that they was in high school through college when they get to the NFL. Potentially at least through middle school era till now, they will have thrown as many reps as Dan Marino threw in his whole entire career because, again, these dudes is doing 7-on-7 all year damn near now these days, and they going and playing for their teams, and they going and working out and training and all of these different things like that. This Brock Purdy tape that we seeing is nothing different than the shit that he been doing. None of these throws is anything different than anything that he's been doing. So when you watch him come into the game and you watch him have the success that he's having, it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. He's making these throws every game. Every game. Oh, interception. That's probably how they lost. That's probably how the game was over. Yep. That's how the game was ended. Even Jalen Hurts, though, like, all this shit Jalen Hurts doing on here, this is exactly who Jalen Hurts is. This is the same shit that he throws out there. He out there. This is the same thing, same plays that they running right now with the Eagles. Hey, that's just A.J. Brown. That's just Devontae Smith. Like, he doing this every week. Right here. Bam. Look at this. He doing this every week. Pop. Touchdown. That's crazy. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a great example of the transfer portal. You know, the transfer portal numbers for 2022. Um, nope, I talked about a whole bunch of other shit this morning. I talked about you missed it this morning. I was talking about the news. We talked about some motherfucking news. Goddamn. What else? I talked about some. I got some traffic updates. We found out that Japan right now is having some of the potentially lowest population in the history right now because there's not a lot of people being born. We found out that in China, in the North Pole of China, they had the coldest day on record since they ever recorded cold days. Ever since a nigga ever said it was cold outside, that shit was negative 53 degrees. We found out Frankie Muniz is a NASCAR driver. Let's see what else. We found out that there's a little baby. That's at the beginning. He was a little. It was a little itty bitty baby, and my boy is 3 years old now. He taught himself how to read at 2, or he's 5 years old and he know how to read, and he also can read or count to 10 or 100, excuse me, in 5 different languages. That's why I'm saying y'all gotta tune in early. You gotta wake up early, or you just gotta scroll back to the beginning and catch the beginning. It ain't always just sports. We throw the sports in on the back end, but the beginning is all current events. Don't worry though. Maybe we'll pick up some more current events while we doing this. But right now I'm talking about Brock Purdy. Um, there's a lot of shit going on. No, it's a lot actually. Y'all missed it. I appreciate the critiques. And again, we've been up early. I'm almost at how long we been on here? You know, I had to give y'all a quick little update because I seen that y'all just asked. Y'all want to know. We've been on an hour and 56 minutes. I talked about so much shit. Y'all missed all the good stuff. All the good stuff. We just talked about the Women's World Cup. We talked about Spotify cutting 600 jobs. Come on. That's only 6% of their workforce. We talked about Slava Medvedenko selling his rings. Come on, whole bunch of shit. What else? Look, I'm going back for the people that already been listening. They like, man, we heard this already. The people. Well, we talked about Moesha dad. That's what y'all need to scroll back to. Y'all need to scroll back to the beginning and go listen to the part where we was talking about Moesha dad. We talked about the M&Ms. What did y'all see? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all got to tune in a little earlier. Y'all missed it. We found out that the M&Ms, goddamn, they done had a whole little switch over. The M&Ms was sexy and cool and cute, and now they just ambiguous and for everybody to fit in and to understand. We found out about penguins. We also found out about the dude who stopped the shooter in Monterey Park. It been a lot of shit going on. You feel me? Um, but I'm trying to find it. But basically, this year had the lowest amount of draft declarations, and I think it's because there's more reasons to stay in college right now, and I think it benefits the players. It benefits the players. It helps the players out. It helps them being able to stay in college. Honestly, get them more reps. It gives them more opportunities to develop as young men and as players, and not necessarily got to just be kind of forced into an environment where they're required to have to try and figure out how to do their job at the best level and being underdeveloped at their job, which is very, very, very important. Mm, the last thing I'm gonna we'll do a rundown on. My boy Joe Burrow. I know why Joe Burrow got swag.
All a guy wants to do when he
Um, I know why my boy Joe Burrow got the drip, and it's because of shit like this was happening to him. Right? The reason Joe Burrow out here swagging out on him like this, like we talked about yesterday, um, is because Joe Burrow. The reason Joe Burrow doing this type of stuff, swagging out on him, more in the buffs, telling folks y'all better send them refunds, is because of little stories like this though, which is so funny. Man, this is a lot.
All a guy wants to do.
Oh man, I'm getting a call. Yes. Man.
Won't let you eat a salad. What happened there? Well, I went to get.
Oh my gosh. Bruh. I'm in the middle of doing something. I can't. I'm doing something. I'm literally using my phone to do something. Miss watching late. Okay. Well, I gotta finish. I'm trying to finish doing what I'm doing so I can do the other shit I gotta do. I'm gonna call you later.
And made fun of. I look around. I was like, "What are you guys talking about? Like, I can't eat a salad down."
Like, thank you for calling. I will talk to you later. I gotta do. I'm trying to get this. Dang man. Anyway.
All a guy wants to do when he gets to camp is eat a salad.
What I was saying is I think Joe Burrow done developed this
What happened there?
Joe Cool behavior because of goofy ass shit like
I went
this.
to grab a salad as a little pre-appetizer for some lasagna, and I just start getting made fun of. I look around. I was like, "What are you guys talking about? Like, I can't eat a salad down here?" And they said, "No, grab the fried chicken." I said, "Okay." All a guy wants to do when he gets to camp.
This shit was just funny to me because it's like, first of all, it's the who the fuck he said, and it's funny. Like I got this Ohio State meal guy, and it's really that shit in there. That shit really say like eat some lasagna with some motherfucking salad. Don't eat no fried chicken and shit like that. And then it's funny because if you look at his swag, his development, and the differences in him, this is in college, and his little okay is so like goofy and so Ohio, but at the same time, like the fact that he able to blend into his environment as well as being himself and unafraid to be himself in that environment, I think is what makes Joe Burrow so cool and so appealing to people. I think because again, right, people looking at his look on the outside and they like so into his look on the outside, but they don't really know like, again, right, what put you on is your game. What make your name is your game. And again, he done been able to make his name and really like pop to the masses, so to speak, based on goddamn really just being himself and allowing the people in his environment to love him and kind of build him up, which is pretty interesting. So this is pretty cool. I'm gonna go into this, then we're gonna do these fits, then I'm finna get up out of here. Some pretty cool stadium renovations and stuff like that. Like I just was on this page and it kept showing me like all these stadium renovations, and I was thinking that was pretty cool just to see them. So we gonna start international. Oh, that's almost, yeah. We'll start with a few different ones. So this is one of them that looks pretty interesting. And shout out to everybody that just tuned in today. I really appreciate all of y'all. You feel me? Apparently, this is supposed to be the new Cleveland Guardians, which used to be the Cleveland Indians, but you know, people be in their feelings, so they had to change it. It's supposed to be their new stadium, like it's a render. Then you got who else? 500 million. We're gonna go in order of price. So, oops, this was supposed to be first because this first one was how many slides was this? 3 slides. So this was 200 million. My bad. So Oregon State, they going 162 million after they had the one good season. That nigga's a hater. Nobody cares. Go Ducks. So the fan seating will be the closest to the field, which is something similar to their rivals. You know, Oregon's benches like are really really close to the bleachers. It'll serve all the students with a student welcome center and a healthcare facility. Okay, so it'll be a hospital on field. Okay, they saw that DeMar Hamlin shit and they said that's scary. Okay, that's cool. Something real low key, real chill. I looked at this one. Let's see. 1.3 billion, 530. This one is interesting too. This will be a 35,000 seat stadium. 35,000 seat stadium coming soon. It's gonna be called Baseball Stadium City in Japan. Designed by the architects of the Texas Rangers Globe Life Field, um, the Nipponham Fighters ballpark will have a retractable roof, flagship team store, and a beer garden. God damn. On the outside, it'll be the largest playground in many versions of the ballpark. Okay. Okay, so it's gonna be like a park that's like modeled after the stadium for like kids to go play, like your local park. Like if Dodger Stadium had a mini Dodger Stadium, like in the neighborhood for kids to go play at. That's cool. And they hope like it'll help kids develop to come play to eventually like be drafted and playing in on the team. The project's goal is to build an entire community around the stadium, including high-rise villas, parks, farming areas. Okay, glamping, senior residences, and daycares. Okay, they said like they want you to live there. Baseball city for real. They not playing. Okay, that's hard. That's crazy. That shit crazy. That look like a video game. I mean, clearly because it's a render, but it's a river. The roof. That big ass roof. That should take 30 minutes to move. That's hard. Yeah, that's crazy. Um. Okay. Let's see. Camp Nou. Spotify Stadium Camp Nou, to be exact. Over the next 3 years, the home of FC Barcelona is getting an upgrade worth nearly $1,966,000,000. FC Barcelona have been given a budget of 966 for the renovations of Spotify Camp Nou. The project is set to begin in June of two, or to begin in June and be finished in 2026. Okay. Okay, that's all they got for us, huh? Okay. They said for that money, just build a new stadium. And then, as always, the NFL, who got to do it big. This is the Bears and the Bills stadium plans. Yeah, I know, because that snow don't matter. They just lost in the snow. Oh, shit. Damn. This shit finna look like, that shit look like a spaceship. That's crazy. If this where they finna be playing at, that's fucking crazy. Jesus Christ. It looked like Camp Nou. It looked like the soccer stadium we just looked at. That's, wow. Anyway. The baseball one was hard too, though. The baseball one might be the hardest. I ain't gonna care. Okay. And then we're gonna do a quick fit check for the conference championship. Some niggas who came in the divisional looking fly. Okay, the city of Chicago is making one final push to keep the Bears from moving to Arlington Heights inside the $2.2 billion Soldier Field's proposal for renovations. In an effort to keep the Bears downtown, the city of Chicago has released a video showcasing its proposed $2.2 billion stadium. Swipe to watch. Okay, so this is the new shit they're gonna put in. They say we're gonna put in towers. It's gonna look like a Chicago building, kind of. And we finna put a dome, retractable, a dome. Okay, so a dome. Okay, this is interesting. It's a dome. I don't know, man. I don't think everybody should go to domes, though, bro. Like football's supposed to be played outside, bro. I'm not for that. This is hard. Yeah, let me see that. Y'all keep trying to show me all this shit. Don't nobody care about all that. Let me see if it's supposed to be a dome or if it's retractable. There's a lot of shit though. The Digital Club, the Zone, South Grant Spirits. Dang. Like, is these places all just named after all of it is about to be replaced by new development? That's interesting. Outside. You never know what's happening. Man, what in the fuck? It is a dome. Today's episode is sponsored by What the Fuck Going On. What the fuck is going on? You know, it's not my business. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and that's funny that I conveniently put all 4 of the teams in here. So these is 4 hard ass fits. I ain't gonna cap from about a NFC Conference Championship weekend. And I don't usually like shit like this. I didn't like the gloves at first, but when I look back at it, my boy Debo Samuel be clean. I ain't gonna hate. No cap. Gucci suit with the gloves on, looking like a 007 villain. I can fuck with it. His counterpart for the conference championship, Jalen Hurts, waves on, swimmed in a motherfucker. Chain, big chain on, big diamonds, all denim. I like that. Leather shoes, leather bag. Now that's hard. That's hard. That's hard. Him and Debo did that. Now, the 2 men who got all the hoes going crazy as we finish the show, rightfully so. That's so funny. And the 2 niggas who got all the women going crazy. Joe Burrow, bro, this light killing me. I done dropped my phone. You feel me? But my boy Joe Burrow, and and again, he put this one together. He came straight bangled out. He came. We got the. Everybody know I fuck with olive green. I fuck with green period. The green pants, we loving it. My boy got the Nikes on, which look like some Air Max. My boy got the Maxes on. Oh, okay. He got the North Face Gucci jacket on with the little beanie. Come on, man. He did that. Great, 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 Joe. Now I don't know if this is in order of how I think of the fits, because again I think a lot of people is gonna take um my boy Debo fit. And we just gonna put all 4 of them up. Now I just think this the one though. I ain't even gonna cap to you. This the one. What? Like he didn't even have to do that to him like that. Like bro, save some hoes for the rest of us, Trav. What? Man, talking about get your bread up. The Gucci Sherpita. Is that even a shirt? It probably ain't. It's probably some whole other shit. But look at my boy. Cole, okay, come on, man. My 2 AFC guys, they went Gucci down. My 2 AFC guys, they both went Gucci down. There we go. Come on, AFC fuck with Gucci clearly. Oh no, that's not Gucci. What is this? This Louis. Oh no. Excuse me. My SEC guys, my SEC. I said AFC. My SEC guys went Gucci. You feel me? Because Joe Burrow went to LSU, Debo Samuel went to South Carolina. So my SEC guys went Gucci, and Jalen Hurts just went denim, like a nigga for Philly. And my boy Travis Kelce went Louis. I like that. That shit crazy, boy. All right, man. Um, it has been a lot, about a lot, to a lot. You feel me? We made it to 213. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. All my folks in my fam. You feel me? I hope y'all continue to tune in with me. I'm gonna try and do this daily at some point. Tomorrow's gonna be interesting because I got work, so maybe I'll try and hop on a little earlier, and do my little 2 hours, which will be cool. Um, but I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and thank you for fucking with me. You have a good day. Peace.